All right, let's talk about something that's affecting every single one of us every day. I'm talking about the money in your wallet. See, there's a silent thief at work. Its name is inflation. And today, we're going to expose it. You know that feeling, right? You're at the grocery store, you look at the total, and you just have this gut feeling. Man, this exact same cart full of stuff was definitely cheaper last year. You're paying more, but it feels like you're walking out with less. It's frustrating, and pretty much everyone is feeling it. Or how about this one? You get home, you've been looking forward to it all day, you rip open a brand new bag of your favorite chips, and what do you see? Air. So much air. It feels like the bag is already half gone, even though you just paid more for it than ever. This isn't just you being unlucky. It's actually a clue to a much bigger story. So what is actually going on here? Who's the culprit behind your money just not going as far? Well, it's time we put a face to the name of this silent thief. That's right, there is a thief. But this isn't someone breaking into your house to steal your TV. No, this one is way sneakier. It's going after the value of your money itself. And what makes it so dang effective is that it works in total silence, a little bit at a time. And that thief's name is inflation. Now, the most important thing to get is that this isn't some big, sudden event. It's not a market crash you see on the news. It's a slow erosion. Seriously, think of it like the ocean slowly wearing down a cliff face over decades. That's exactly what inflation does to the buying power of your dollar. It's not some huge overnight firework explosion. It's just the quiet, creeping reality that the $5 bill in your pocket just doesn't stretch as far as it did. It buys you a little less coffee, a little less gas. You get the idea. Okay, so we've identified our thief, but how exactly does this heist work? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the mechanics of how your money actually loses its power. It really boils down to two main methods. First, you've got a classic case of too much cash. Think of it like an auction. If everybody in the room has a ton of money and they all want to buy the same exact thing, what happens? The price gets bid up, way up. The second method is supply chain hiccups. Basically, when it gets harder or more expensive to actually make stuff and get it to the stores, well, that extra cost has to go somewhere, and it gets passed right on to you at the checkout. And this chart right here, this shows you the damage. That $100 bill still says 100 on it, but its actual power just shrinks and shrinks. So what $100 gets you in year 1 is way more than it'll get you in year 5. And by year 10, its real value is closer to $70. The bill looks the same, but its power is just draining away. Look, understanding the problem is step 1. But what happens if we just ignore it? What's the cost of doing nothing? Because what's really at stake here is so much more than the price of a bag of chips. Okay, this is the number that really matters, 30%. Over just 1 decade, inflation can wipe out 30% of the real value of your savings. So all that cash you've tucked away thinking it's safe, it's not. You're basically guaranteeing that the silent thief is going to steal nearly 1/3 of its power. You know, so many of us think the biggest financial risk out there is investing. We're scared of a downturn or picking the wrong stock. But what if that's not the biggest danger at all? Because the real danger, the one that often gets overlooked, is doing absolutely nothing. It's keeping your money safe in a bank account while inflation, quietly, year after year, just steals your future. It steals your buying power, it eats away at your retirement, and it limits your freedom. Okay, I know, that all sounds pretty grim. But here's the good news, and it's really good news. You are not helpless. Once you understand the thief, you can learn how to protect yourself. You can absolutely fight back. So this is a question you gotta ask yourself. Is my future safe? Protecting yourself is all about making your money work harder than inflation is. And that usually means investing in assets that have the potential to grow over time, things that have historically outrun inflation. The goal isn't to hide from all risk, but to understand that doing nothing is one of the biggest risks of all. So please, don't let inflation just have its way with your hard-earned money. Don't let it steal your future. Remember, the biggest risk isn't always the one you see coming. Sometimes it's the quiet one. But by understanding how this thief works, you've already taken the single most important step in fighting back. So if you want to keep learning how, subscribe, and let's protect our future together.